The audit was conducted by the City Controller's Office, and you might recall that Kenneth Mejia, the City Controller, campaigned on police oversight and has been a very vocal supporter of defunding the police movement. Nonetheless, at a news conference today, his office wanted to make it very clear that the audit was performed by independent career auditors who were with the city even before he took office, and they say their findings speak for themselves. LAPD choppers are a fixture in LA skies, and during pursuits, in fact, the department has 17 of them at a cost of almost $50 million a year. Now, a first-of-its-kind audit by the City Controller's Office is raising questions about the program.
I assume, look, they're up there, they're doing something. After reading this audit, after learning what we learned, after getting this information, my assumptions were wrong.
Among the findings, 61% of the flight time was not devoted to high-priority events. Instead, the division was given discretion on when and where to fly, and the helicopters were often used for ceremonial purposes, like flybys or as transportation.
There's no reason that we need to transport two high-level LAPD officers from downtown headquarters down to a meeting in the harbor when they can get in a car or they can move their meeting.
The audit also looked at the environmental impacts, finding the helicopters produced as much pollution as 19 million miles driven in a car. What's more, they found the air patrols fly at lower elevations, creating noise and disproportionately disrupting the quality of life in some neighborhoods.
We were expecting to find a tight relationship between allegations of crime and where these helicopters are going. We didn't find that.
LAPD Chief Michael Moore says he's reviewing the audit, but is standing by the program, saying in a statement in part, "I believe the Air Support Division's activities play a critical role in our public safety mission here in Los Angeles. Their flights frequently result in the arrival at calls for service ahead of our patrols, aiding responding officers with critical information and situational awareness." But the Controller's Office says the chief also needs to ask questions about whether the program is delivering what was promised.
The LAPD hasn't done the work to understand this investment, despite decades of helicopter operations.
The audit also made suggestions for improving transparency and accountability in the program. In a statement, Chief Moore says that they are reviewing those recommendations and said his department is always looking to identify areas where there can be improvements can be made. Live in downtown LA, I'm Christy Fajardo. Let's send it back to you.